Gonna keep doing that I'm calling plotted out, where basically we're going to discuss a hypothetical movie pitch. Okay, cool. I can be heard. Fantastic. And today we're going to start with RWBY. So I have a big old notepad here, notepad document. Plotted out RWBY movie. So there's 16 episodes, and with a total runtime of an hour 54 minutes. I don't know if this counts the like opening credits and like the opening sequence and the end credits every time, because then it would be a bit shorter than this, probably closer to an hour 45. And with the hour 54 minutes, that's a decent runtime for a movie, so we don't have to worry about cutting it out too much. As we see here, we have the plot outlines per episode. So here I'm just going to be making notes about what each episode is actually about. New characters. RWBY has a large cast, like a really large cast. So we're going to keep track of all the new characters introduced. And then after we watch the show, because yes, I'm actually going to be watching the show live. This is on the Rooster Teeth site, as you can see up here. But I'm not going to stream the show, because that might be piracy, and that might be against Twitch rules. So it is muted. But I'm going to try and keep this up, this little display up as much as possible. And we can see what episode we're on, so that if you want to follow along while I more or less riff it live, you can do that. So when we get through every episode, we're going to go through here. We're going to list out all of our main characters, the basic story, not necessarily plot. Then we have the 3-act structure. I guess that's not necessary. And we'll get more into a basic 3-act structure as we get into it. So let's start with RWBY episode 1. I haven't seen volume 8, but I kind of know some things that happen. So let's get into it. Oh, that disappears immediately. Remnants, roll title. Alright. So we have this little intro about Dust and Grim. And it's voiced by, who we would eventually find out is Salem. So I'm going to put that here, because I already know. Long ago, the 4 kingdoms lived together in harmony. Ooh, Rowan. Ronan? Rowan, I think. Atkinson. Alright, then we have the Dust Shop robbery. Oh, there's RWBY. Alright, we got some henchmen. Just the gangsters. Hey. Dust is everywhere. Dust, relatively common. Which is weird, because we get no explanation about what the fuck it is or how it works. Here's where we are. I could close that. Oh. Theme tune. Oh, it's actually... I didn't realize it was vocalized as well. Hey, that's truth. I just realized that. What the fuck? That is just straight up truth on the magazine behind her. From Full Metal Alchemist. Alright, here we get the Monty action. Thwarted by RWBY. Cool Monty action. Diegetic movie music. Yep. Something I like about these early fight scenes, like, Crescent Rose has weight. Like, it's got force behind it. And it's really cool how she swings it around and it swings her around at the same time. Oh yeah, that is rough. Stomping the cigar. Not great. Like, this is a sense of weight you don't really get in later volumes. Like, without Monty, the fight scenes just aren't as good. Also, Lindsay's voice is nowhere near as annoying here as I remember it being. Like, it gets bad later. So I think we see... Do we see Cinder? Oh, Glinda first. Yeah. Glinda saves RWBY from dust explosion. I compulsively save a lot. Hey, Cinder. I guess that's dust? It's not clear. Okay, so are those maiden powers? Because they've... I feel like I'm going on about this too much. I know that's her semblance. Glinda's semblance. Cinder. Attacks. Thwarted. Is a perfectly good opening for an action show. Fantastic. Ozpin is next. RWBY interrogated. It's not really an interrogation. First mention of Silver Eyes. Who filmed that? Oh, the cookie eating. Oh boy. Yeah, it just straight up disappears. I ate the whole plate. Nope. Crow. Wait, what? Crow worked at Signal? I totally forgot that. Let's see here. Ruby wants to be a huntress. Wants to slay monsters. Hunters are so much more cool and romantic. Alright, Ruby gets into begin 2 years early. Yang is here. Oh, it is Roman, not Rowan. Wow, that is... I forgot what it looks like. Mention of Faunus and White Fang. And that's it. Interrupted. Oops. Shit. I don't need to edit her name. Just make sure we're not like... Alright, yeah. Hunters... Huntresses meant to approach... World, keep peace. Alright. And then we get a nice little shot of Beacon. I can't remember what the city's called. Oh, Jean's here. Alright, I think that's episode 1. Yep. Okay, so that's overall what happened. It's a good episode. Like, it's a great intro to the show. And that's about it. I totally forgot that Crow worked at Signal. Like, that never comes up. I don't think we ever see Signal. And how many characters did we meet? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, although 2 of them aren't really seen. Like Salem at this point is just the narrator, and Crow's only like mentioned. I don't think we see him until volume 2. So yeah, I forgot that Jean's in the first episode, honestly. And I think that's it. So, on to episode 2. And then we get the opening. The day we opened up the door. I'm not going to count Blake and Yang, or Weiss being here. Because it's an opening. It's technically non-canon. It is so much louder. Here we are, episode 2. I'm not going to skip the intros in case someone wants to follow along. It'll be way too difficult. Arrives at Beacon. Jean vomits. That happened in episode 1. Jean vomits. Gotta get those bookends in. Jean has to vomit. We got a nice shot. Welcome to Hogwarts. I mean... Alright. Ruby loves weapons. Weird 2D animation. Named. Alright, let's hear. Yang wants Ruby to make friends. Ruby doesn't want to. Yang runs off with friends. And we have met Weiss. So, I'm actually going to pause. I'm going to go back because she lists dust types. And 3 sneezes on dust, explodes, volatile. And we meet Blake. Yes, yes I am. Hey, excuse me, princess. Controversial labor practices? They brand people. God damn it, Blake. Yeah. And Blake's gone. Blake is standoffish. Weiss is rude. And we meet Jean. That is a running joke that's going to be with us forever. First person who wants to hang out with her. It's also a gun. Gotta have that line in there somewhere. Ruby is super into Jean's sword. I'm just gonna leave that one there. I like that joke. Ruby made percent rose. One. So there's a war. Was that John's dad or grandfather? One of the most dangerous weapons ever designed. That was a quote from the first episode. Great-grandfather. Oh, I misspelled that. So we don't really we don't really hear anything about the war. Oh, that's it. That was a short episode. So, okay. I had to go back a few more times. Alright, so Weiss mentions fire, water, lightning, energy. Just kind of energy? I don't know if that's meant to be literal, though. Like, I guess you could use any of these dusts to make power. I don't know. So it's weird that this is called the war, but John's great-great-grandfather fought in it. That would be like, what, nearly 200 years ago? And it's just the war. And as far as I'm aware, that's something that hasn't really been expanded upon. That having been said, I kind of like the mystery. So, please don't go back and edit that. But this'll be the... I'll try not to keep going back as much. Because that probably makes it very, very hard to follow. Ruby and Jean get lost. It's not really important. It just kind of happens. And then we get orientation at Beacon. Oh, Pyrrha. Can someone... Well, it's still rude. Alright, now we got Ozpin's speech. Great first speech. Everyone thinks he's weird. Oh yeah, I forgot they just kind of like sleep in this random area. RWBY writing a letter to friends at Signal. We made a Vegeta. Is it the people who haven't been modeled? Because I don't think they count. Yang and Blake meet. Bumblebee officially starts. Because obviously the ship starts here. They're sharing screen time now. They're in a scene together. Take a hint, guys. She doesn't want to talk to you. Rude. No. There's no title. And the bear's the one you feed. I love books. Stories. I'm almost detecting some kind of character theme here. First time they're all seen together. Episode 3. Did Blake have the only light source? Oh, that's it. These episodes are so short. Alright. So, sleepover in the ballroom. Alright. So this episode's really more about meeting Blake. I guess, I should probably list what they're really about. Big fight with Rowan. RWBY gets into Beacon. Just kind of a summary of what the actual episode's about. Meet the Weiss. Meet the Sean. Meet the cat. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Also, yes, the cat this time is it's Neon Cat and Blake. Because obviously. Even though I guess Neon won't be for like 2 seasons? Oh, did we really meet anyone episode 3? We saw Pyrrha. No lines. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Episode 4. Waited for this'll be the day we open. These episodes are a lot shorter than I remember them being. But I guess I'm used to the later volumes where it's like 10 minutes and not 3. In my... Is that the first shot of Team Juniper in the opening? I don't think so. Shut up. Ship starts. And yes, Ren and Aura is just one character for the first, like, 6 volumes. Mention teams. I don't need to meet. Grow up. I drink milk. There we go. Is that how you spell Pura? I can't remember. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess this one's all about the teams. My brother's got a box of that cereal. He got it at RTX. It was basically just like Lucky Charms. He still got the box, actually. Because, you know, the box is why he bought it. Yeah, I forgot how much of an idiot Jean is. He knows literally nothing about what's going on. Just something I noticed. Oh, Cardiff. Yeah. Team choosing. If he dies, if you die, he dies. Oh, relics. It's not really important, but you know. Jean yet again gets shit on. I'm sure that guy has a name. I can't remember what the fuck it is. You'd think that someone would have mentioned this like beforehand. Jean yet again, idiot. Oh, that's the episode. I'm wondering if you're picking a theme here. Alright, so yeah, Ren and Nora. For the first many seasons, they're basically just one character anyway. So there, in this first volume, there is a lot of emphasis on Ruby does not want to talk to people. She just kind of wants to either hang out with Yang or just like not, except Jean, I guess. And yeah, so that's episode 4. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna roll into it. So this is something that actually comes up in volume 3, which I thought was interesting. Because like later on, Pyrrha has a big thing about destiny. And yeah. Like I think she talked. Okay, I don't remember if she talks to Cinder about it, but we'll see. Episode 5. Oh man, this one's 4 minutes. This one's super short. Come on. New celebrations. So a lot of things can just be really combined into... Like, obviously, not all of this is going to make it in. We'll work on it. No lines. We just, like, see him. That one's just a bird. Oh. Birdie, no! Landing strategies. Which are cool. Ren should not have a shoulder, but something aura. Yang is speeding up, actually. Because the landing strategies are pretty cool. Save Jean. Because Jean is useless. With that running animation. Oh, RTA. And Weiss. All right. Weiss runs into Jean. Chooses RWBY. Ship starts. Let's see, RWBY tries to be friendly with Weiss. So we're seeing semblances, but we're not actually getting an explanation of what semblances are. RWBY's just kind of fast. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's a really short episode. Like, Jesus Christ. Falling with style. Because that's really what it is. And this is the first appearance of Grimm. And that's it. We didn't meet anyone new. So, none. And I don't think we're going to meet any more characters. Yeah. I guess that was part 2 of an episode. Which is weird because they're so short. Why is the episode called Emerald Forest? I thought it was the Forever Fall Forest. Whatever. The intro is so much louder than the actual episode. Like, Jesus Christ. All right. Oh, I guess she doesn't find Blake yet. I know she does. I think they're called Ursa. Ah, 3 Bears joke. Shane loves Yans. Here we see a semblance. I'm gonna misspell that so many times. Cool. Monty. Action. And there's Blake. Okay. Weiss and RWBY height. Let's see, how would I describe it? She's super, like, not that coordinated. She, like, I can't think of the fucking word for it. There we go. I could not think of the word, like, Jesus Christ. Oh, nevermore. Let's see here. Yep. Run fights a big ol' snake. And why monsters are bad. I'm sure the snake has a name. I don't remember. Snake. Friends' guns are useless. Gotta have the boot, because that's a t-shirt. Okay. Well, okay, I wrote a lot more notes, but, like, I don't know. It's not, like, exactly a long episode. I know they kind of, like, go back and forth on what exactly Aura is and how it works, while still somehow being vague enough where you can't understand. Okay. So, I think this is, actually, I'm gonna... Title case, damn it. Yep, 6 episodes in, and they fight Grimm. It's not exactly Grimm aren't really super present, like, which is fine, really. Alrighty. Chapter 7. Episode 7. Whatever. This'll be the day we opened up the door. I believe that Volume 1's about 2 hours. It seems to track. We're almost halfway through, in terms of episodes. Yeah. This of shits. Glinda is not a big ol' Renora or Jean Pyrrha shipper, which is, you know, fair. Well, I mean, of course you're lost. It's in the Lost Woods. Weiss is really the Vegeta here. Like, come on. Bitch, I am the hype. And, like, find Forest Temple. Ooh. Well, I mean, that's my ass, Pyrrha. You know, you're just grabbing onto it. I don't know if the chess pieces thing is an intentional bit of symbolism or not. I'm going to pretend it is. Scorpion Grimm. Dawn screams like a girl because joke. How did the scorpion get in that cave? Bye, John. Blake's just kind of standing there. Oh, is that literally the end of the episode? That's literally the end of the episode. Okay. He falls from the sky. So I think I am going to link that these are... Nah. I was going to make like a note that these are supposed to be two-parters, but like... Who cares? He's mysterious. Ooh, don't trust Oz. For vague reasons that we're not going to explain later. Just don't do it. We opened up the door. I'm wondering if labeling this IRL was a good idea. Whatever. For some reason, Twitch doesn't have like a movies category or an animation category or anything like that. Okay, I guess there's animation, but still, it's kind of weird. Twitch is not a place to discuss films or potential films or whatever. And... Wait, hold on. Isn't like... I think Weiss's ears twitched. Not Weiss. Alright. Nora. Find the forest temple. And Nora's gone. Rides in on an Ursa. So that is one of the few times where the Grimm are actually named. Oh, Deathstalker. Not like a literal explosion, because I guess that happens. Fucking Scooby-Doo now. Oh, disappear. I just really like that line. I just wanted it in there somewhere. Oh shit, we're getting to the Nevermore fight. Oh snap. I just realized that's where we're going. No capes. Rubies, ape kits. Because I will forget. Saves Ruby with ice dust. There we go. Wow. Oh yeah, that is some jank. I didn't really make a note of it earlier, the bee's knees thing. Nay. Those are some big-ass chess pieces. Like, can you imagine the size of that board? It'd be, like, slightly larger than normal. Ridiculous. He takes leadership role. Being proud. Oh, man, it's almost like it's a resolution to a character arc. Never more fight. Fuck yes. That's all I gotta say on this one. No more fights. Awesome. I've seen it like 20 times. It's the best part of Volume 1. Ah. I was gonna make a note about, it's like, we don't need to fight these things. Let's just run. Turns into, let's fight them. But whatever. So I do like hear how the teams are different. Like, we kind of know that RWBY is going to be a team because we've seen the trailers and we know, like, you know, what the show is named after. But I do like the characters fighting with other people than their, like, designated team. And, yeah, Nora rocket jumps. Because that's the kind of show this is. Man, I don't... It's weird going from this to, like, later volumes where it's like, oh no, I'm dangling off a cliff. There's no way I could get up. It's like, you... It's like, what? It's like, you swung around 300 feet. You could jump 40 feet in the air. Like, what the hell? Yang prefers straight on assault. I think this is the first time we've heard this song in the show. I think so. I guess I don't need to keep calling them Juniper. Or Team Juniper. They're just Juniper. Oof. Bye, Ren. And by showing leadership, I mean he's just kind of telling people, hey, maybe try hitting it. And there he goes. So this one's Red Like Roses. Nevermore is indeed badass. Because the fucking Nevermore fight. This really is like the best episode of the volume. Twice and RWBY strategize. All of RWBY works together. So we see the pedals, but like no semblance. But who cares? Because it's cool enough. It's like whatever. To decapitate it. Oops. All caps. Kick ass. Everyone recognizes it's kick ass. I wonder if I've mentioned that I really like this scene. Woo! Oh, Carden, not Cardiff. Cardiff is in Wales. God damn it. Are named and officially formed. That name's not confusing. I think this is the only team name that's also the same as the main characters, as one of the characters' names. Like, that's not an ego boost. That moon was clearly in front of the clouds. Like, that was an odd moon. Huh? So they're not known as White Fang yet, but this is the first White Fang member we've seen. So I think this isn't the first time Vale's name dropped, but all right. That's actually one of the longer episodes in this volume. It's like half. It's only like halfway. Yeah. Which is weird, because the Nevermore fight really feels like a big climax moment. But it's just kind of not. Like, I was thinking, it's like, oh, you know what? That would be a great place to, like, end the movie, because it's like, oh, look. Oops. None. None. No new characters for like 4 whole episodes. Well done, Rooster Teeth. Starts in dorm room. I guess this all took place over the course of like 24 hours. Yep, they just decorate. That was an Achievement Hunter reference. Oh, snap. Bunk beds. So this is the first one where it's like really a comedy. Oh, Professor Port. Wait, who the fuck is that guy up there? Holy shit. Yeah. Port just, like, kind of hit on Yang. That's odd. I guess his name is Peter Port? Professor Peter Port. That's a lot of P's. Huh? Why is fighting Grim Cliffhanger? I'm just gonna name this one Comedy, because it's not very funny. School comedy. Yep, still good. This, I don't know. This bit after episode 8, it's like a whole different yeah. It's like an entirely different story. I don't know, there may be some rearranging to go on. The Blunder X. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if they name it. Ruby. Oh, snap. How rude. Oh, hi, Oz. Dick Oz. Shani. Alright, whatever. What would it be called? RWBY? Osmond's always got coffee. Offers. This whole Weiss just needs a dude to tell her, the dadly dude, to be like, no, shut up, is done quite square with later volumes when we see her dad. It's just kind of like, oh, whoops. I don't know if I'm going to make a note of it. I'm just leave it at that. They tell her to piss off. Decides to study more. I wish I could just keep this up. I don't know why that's an option, but whatever. That's pretty much how I take mine. Like fucking legit. Where are they getting these coffee mugs? RWBY now just has 2 cups of coffee. Like, holy shit. That's so much coffee. And that's that. Man. No, that would just be... That's not entirely accurate. Oh yeah, title case. Shit. By Dadly Dude. It is odd that Weiss is... She is like, oh, I'm going to be the best teammate ever, RWBY. He's like, okay, so I'm going to take minutes and I'm going to get your coffee. And it's like, Weiss, you don't have to be your PA. Like, let's come down here. That's a different intro, I think. So we saw Summer. Or maybe not. I have no fucking idea. Do we see Emerald and Mercury this volume? I can't remember. I guess it is in the middle of the episode. Forgot to mention that, but... Of... Let's see here. I think this is a Juniper episode. How does Ren correct Nora's dream? Which is odd. Oh, Velvet! Mention of... Oops. Okay. Team Sean's blasting off again. That's a slow-ass rocket. Oh, she does have a line. Also can't remember how to spell faunus. I'll spell it like 4 ways. Very... Oops. Very... And this is something that gets mentioned later. Like, I vaguely remember... The reason I'm making a note of this is because in later volumes, like, Blake has a point about how, like, a lot of humans just kind of don't really want to do anything about faunus being oppressed or picked on or bullied or anything. So, you know. Alright. Episode 12. I could never tell if these titles were actually supposed to, like, be helpful or not. I think they were supposed to be summaries at one point, but now it's just dumb jokes. Dumb jokes. I kind of want more coffee. Maybe some tea. Can't remember his name. Speedy guy. John, you again, idiot. Cardin is super racist. It's amazing how many characters are asleep in these classes about, like, the world and exposition and how things work. The main characters just don't give a fuck. I really can't remember his name. Is that like his semblance? I don't know if they really explain it. Jean bullying continues. I don't really need to mention it every time. Oh, wow. I think it hasn't started yet. I'm thinking Jean might be like a page. Maybe like a page of heart. I don't know. John's the cheater. Damn it. Notepad++ sometimes. Like, Jean's family legacy is something that's brought up a few times. Oh, Oobleck. That was his name. All right. More Jean Juniper episodes. Yay! This will be the day we waited for. This will be the day we opened up. So I can't remember if the later seasons are longer or not. Yes, it is. Volume 2 is like an extra half hour. To Ruby. We know, Sean. Heavy is the head that wears the cloak. Red cloak. Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. No, it's weird, like, Veil is so much more technologically advanced than we see everything else. Like, they have, like, hard light holograms and shit. Okay, so the last one was Emerald Forest. This is Forever Fall. I really like the Forever Fall Forest. Bullying continues. That's really what most of these episodes are about. It's about John being a failure and being bullied. Does the box have W on it for wasps? Will Jean make the right choice? Will he stand up for his high school bully? Yes. And that's it. All right, a few more episodes as we continue with Cardin's really critical plot line. Victory is in a simple soul. Also, no new characters. Like, I guess Cardin's team have names, but, like, who cares? They don't even say anything. They don't do anything. It's just Cardin. Is that John's semblance? I have no idea. I wonder if that's what Peter was talking about when she said he has a lot of aura. I don't remember what Cardinals, like... Oh, thank God I don't have to... I can't even remember how to spell Cardinal. Like, I know how to spell the word. I don't remember how to spell the team. Cardin's team look like Mad Max villains. Or henchmen, really. Except Cardin, which is weird. John defends Cardin. Shows he's actually kind of comp at times. This is really Jean's like big fight scene of the volume. I don't know why that's there twice. Jaunt. Damn it. This is the first time semblances are name dropped. No new characters. Because that's what it is. It really is. Pure like some wide. Just gonna call it Bears. Bears. Hey, wait, is this Sun? Your heart will open minds, story will be told, and victory is in a simple soul. Some kind of a festival, I can't remember what it's called. Vital Festival. That is what it is. All right. I think this is the first other kingdom that's mentioned. It's Vacuo. Oh yeah, I remember when I did that. I guess that was like a week ago. Sun. Like, given what we know about Sun, he is stowing away for no reason. Like, he's invited to be here. Technically, this is the third Faunus we've seen in the show. Although we don't know that yet. Oh, Penny's in this episode too. I like Penny. I love Penny. It's... Man. Callbacks. He is literally criminal. Like, I get it's supposed to be because Weiss is racist, but, like, he is a criminal. Stealing that joke. I'm stealing the Weiss supremacist joke. Thanks, Harris. Oh yeah, because that happened in the Black trailer. Black trailer. Reference. Oops. Oh, snap. Oh yeah, we don't really get to find out she's the funnest this episode. I think that's next episode. Or not. I don't know. I don't remember things that happen in this show. Oh, we do. Nyan. I guess when Blake ran out, they just kind of like let her. It was like, yeah, whatever. She'll be back later. Oh, snap. Character history. Cliffhanger. Just, yan. Alright, last episode of the volume. And this is all we're going to take into consideration for the first movie. Like, I guess if you really wanted to, you could combine the first 3 volumes into a movie, but, like, I feel like that's over-compressed. Maybe the first 2. I don't know. If we come back to this, I will absolutely be into rearranging things. Is this the first time Sun's named? Kitten girl. You know, I guess Adam is mentioned in the Black trailer. White Fang from protest group into group. I can't remember if Adam is mentioned here. I know he is in the Black trailer. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Maybe they should, like, split up. Blake equals cat girl jokes begin. No, bye. That seems legit. Mention of Atlas. I mean, yes, but whatever. I mean, really. Sun is just like, I'm gonna go commit crimes. Whatever. I don't care. I get he's Sun Wukong, but, you know. You know, for this being the final episode, like, the dust robberies never really came up before. Like, it was the first episode, and then, like, a few episodes ago, that was about it. Oh, snap. Do we get a big Roman fight? I think so. Because this is like a longer episode. Let me rephrase that. Do we find out what Roman semblance is? I can't remember. I'm sure it was mentioned somewhere, but like... So far he just uses his Clockwork Orange cane. It is weird how, like, the majority of Faunus characters are terrorists. Like, I don't know. It's odd. Blake shows off her semblance. Dude, fucking gunchucks. They're awesome. That's about it. RWBY, how did you see him? I guess because Penny's a robot, she doesn't have a semblance. Like, the swords aren't... They're just, like, attached by string. Somehow. Don't think about the string mechanics too much. I guess some of them are. Energy laser! Half of our main team isn't present for the final fight of the show. Yeah. Got to set up that the wires are there. Weiss and Yang show up. Yay. Friendship. And son, I guess. Oh, that's it. I don't think there's like an after credit scene or anything. Okay. So this is all of our episodes. So now we can actually start structuring this. We can actually start like talking about it as a movie instead of just me going for 2 hours. Okay. So first off, I'll be right back. I actually really gotta pee. I gotta move that. Oh, fuck. I can't believe I've done this. Okay. So, where do we start? Well, first off, I think we have to establish who our main characters are. Or do we? Also, so, sorry, I walked upstairs. Now I'm out of breath because I'm fat. So, okay, the volume is kind of odd because it's like a few different stories just kind of pieced together. So, like, the first 8 episodes are about forming the teams. That's what it's about. And then after that, we get like 2 episodes about why he's not respecting Ruby. And then we get like 4 episodes about John being bullied. And then we get 2 episodes about Blake and I guess the White Fang dust stealing plot. So, So our main characters are obviously RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, Team RWBY, Jean, Nora, Ren, Kira. I can spell. I can remember what the Cardin. Because Cardin's like a main character for like a third of the volume, a fourth. Sun, Penny, Roman. So we have our 2 teams, and we have, well, let's call these antagonists. Supporting, and then antagonists. I also brought leftover pizza because I'm hungry. So, it's quite a few characters. I guess. Like, especially Oobleck is more important later on, so we kind of do have to establish that these characters exist. So it's not exactly the worst thing in the world. Because the big analogy I'm thinking of is it's like Harry Potter. Right? Because Harry Potter also has quite a few characters. Right? We have Ron, Harry, Hermione, Draco, Crabbe, Goyle, like a boatload of professors, Dumbledore, Quirrell, Voldemort, Hagrid, etc., etc. So you can absolutely balance all of these characters so that you don't have any problem and it doesn't feel overwhelming. But having 8 main characters, like, okay, so B plot. So like, they're still main characters, but like RWBY should be the A plot. Juniper should be the B plot, but they're not really happening at the same time. Like, the B plot just kind of happens for a few episodes, for like 4 episodes, just kind of in the middle, which is odd. It's not quite standard, I guess. Actually, you know what? So we're not sitting here in silence. I'm just going to put on the soundtrack. But turn it down so it's not very loud. And how is that volume-wise on the stream? I have no idea. Alright, so we're not sitting here in complete fucking silence. Alright. So where do we start? So I have the 3-act structure here. And let's go over this a little bit. So movies, most media is split into, or like most narrative media in the West is split into 3 acts, right? A beginning, middle, and end. Right, so Act 1 is introducing some of the characters and like why we should care about these people. And Act 1 ends when the plot really starts. Right, there's an inciting incident, and then the main character goes, okay, we're going to do this. Act 2 is the plot. You know, there's twists, there's turns, there's the all is lost moment where the characters go, I don't know if I can do this. And then we have Act 3 where they fight the main antagonist, whether that's an actual, like, physical fight, or if it's more of an internal, overcoming personal problems fight. And then there's a denouement where everything's tied up. And then, especially in more modern movies, there's sequel baiting. You gotta set up the sequel bait. So, should we rearrange things? I'm also going to condense this. So that I don't have to like keep scrolling all the way up. Episode 2 is meets twice stand. Jean 3 is meet Blake. Orientation 4 is meets Ren and Nora and Kira. 5 in the forest. Falling with style. RWBY twice team up. 6 is fight some Grim. Juniper team ups. Seven. Bumblebee team ups. Because, like, come on. Bumblebee. 7. Set up Nevermore fight. Because that's mainly what it is. Nevermore fight. Oh, okay, like, see, these 8 episodes make a very nice 3-act structure. Right? Meet the people. The forest is Act 2. And the climax is the Nevermore fight. Done. Easy. That's half the volume. And, like, you'd have to stretch it because it would be really short. 9 is Days in Class. 10 twice becomes nice. to RWBY. You know, Yang is the only character Weiss didn't have to, like, explicitly make up with. Like, she did with Ruby and Blake. I wonder if there's a running theme in RWBY where characters just don't really care about Yang. Oh, poor Yang. Let's see here. John. Bullying start. 12. John admits being gets blackmailed. 13. John standing up. Part 1. 14. John standing up. Part 2. 15. So because the episodes are so short, like there's usually like only one or two things that actually happens in them. Meet Penny and Son. And Weiss turns off. Yeah. Weiss supremacist. Blake runs off. And then 16 is like Fang introduction at the end of the volume. Stop the dust robbery. Weiss becomes nice to Blake. Okay. So this is roughly what happens in the episodes in order. I'm thinking we rearrange things a little bit. Like the dust robberies and fighting the White Fang and and fighting Roman are so much more important in Volume 2. Like, they need setup, so we can keep the opening. But I think some of the class and bullying stuff, it could be moved up here. Right? Like, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to keep the episode numbers as they are. Okay, let's move the Juniper stuff, the John bullying stuff, in the middle. Right. So really it means we got to start... Okay, so we got to start with days in class. Right? So, episode 10 is like the resolution to an arc that we don't need here because we're restructuring things. Right? What if we just cut episode 10? Like, that sounds mad. We just cut episode 10. Because the resolution is put here. Right? So basically, we take the resolution to the Weiss doesn't respect RWBY, and we put it here, at the end of the Nevermore fight. Like, there's the big Nevermore fight, they work together, they decapitate the Nevermore, And then Weiss goes, okay, maybe she might know what the fuck she's doing. Right? Instead of having multiple moments in the forest where Weiss and Ruby start working together, and then they kind of go back a bit once they're in school, and then it gets wrapped up the next episode. Like, that's kind of weird. So, all of this school stuff could be Act 2. Right? Like, and starting the forest stuff. So that Act 3 is mostly the Nevermore fight. So we could also... What if we do this? So we start the Veil... So we start the Vital Festival in the middle. But the teams aren't set yet. Right? Like, yes, we do miss the decorating scene. But we could show them being friends before their teams. Because, like, Ruby and Juniper just kind of do stuff together, seemingly just cuz. Like, there's no reason they hang out a lot. They're just friends. So... Okay, here's an idea. Here, in the days in class, pairs are established. Right? Ruby Weiss, Blake Yang, Ren and Nora, Jean Pira. Right? So we start seeing pairs of the teams so that they have, so that, like, characters who don't like each other are still stuck together. Which I think would be a good solution. Right? Maybe during orientation or something. The pairs are established. Like, Ozpin just kind of, like, fucking raffles them off. I think that could work. And then they meet the rest of the team with the forest stuff. And then there's the big ol' Nevermore fight where everything is resolved because now the teams are together. So let's go down here. Story, not plot. What is RWBY Volume 1 about? It is about teamwork. Friendship is mystical. RWBY learns to make friends. So, Volume 1 is about teamwork. Meet people who don't really get along or work together super well. At least in Team RWBY. And over the course of the movie, they're hammered together. They're forged into a team. Awesome. Good stuff. Let's also just leave generic Grimm as... Hey, wait a minute. I think there actually was an after credit scene of... After the volume. Because isn't this where we actually meet Salem? really should have checked. Oh my god, it is. Jesus. I totally forgot. Post credits. Roman meets with Cinder. Mercury and Emerald. Oh my god. They really are just PNGs. Oh, I forgot they're just PNGs. Emerald and Mercury are just static images that, like, fade in. Okay. And then the post-credit scene goes here. Which we'll call post-credits. Which is literally the same. Roman meets with Cinder, Mercury, and Emerald. No lines. Who cares? No one likes Mercury. Oops. All right. So again, the story is about teamwork. Now, I like this general structure we've got here. Right? Jean's got a nice little B plot. Because really, Team Juniper is about Jean. All right, let's get cracking. So Act 1. The story begins. RWBY. All right. So actually, I'm thinking the plot point is RWBY gets accepted to Beacon. That's the end of Act 1. Is it? Because otherwise... Okay. So is orientation the end of Act 1? Should it be? I think so, because then we get pairs. Orientation. Pairs are created. RWBY gets into Beacon. Would be our inciting incident, I guess. After thwarting Roman, she gets into Beacon. So like the exposition, like I think we have to spend more time with RWBY kind of like before the story starts. Because like some of these scenes, you know, obviously we're not going to do them verbatim. Like, even though you could just string the volume together and get a nearly 2-hour movie, like, the show isn't written like a movie. it's not structured like a movie. It's structured like a TV show with really, really short episodes. So, rearranging things, editing, adding and cutting, totally necessary. So, like, Ty gets mentioned, but he doesn't really get seen. I guess Crow got mentioned. Was it episode 2 with the sleepover? No, it's 3. Like, I think they mentioned parents, plural, but, like, only Summer is dead. And, like, I hope she's still dead. God, don't bring her back. Don't do something stupid. And finding Raven is, like, Yang's entire character arc until she gives it up. Like, Ty is just kind of offhandedly mentioned. He's not really important. But what if we see him? So, something in the early scene has to, like, inform why she goes to that dust shop. So, yeah, we're going to add Roman into Act 1. So, like, these two are basically just slammed into the first, like, 10 minutes of the first volume, which is a little short for Act 1. So, yeah, I do feel comfortable adding more things. All right. Here he goes. Oops. RWBY. It's the bootleg. The dust shop. I guess just kind of cuz. And then we're back into. So this is like pre-volume 1. Alright, so then the inciting incident is RWBY gets into Beacon. And then, like, our main story of RWBY learns that teamwork is good, actually, is here. As previously established. Here is the pairs. So I guess we should Let's see here. RWBY doesn't like... And Weiss don't like each other. RWBY upset about Yang avoiding her? Question mark? Because, like, RWBY wanted to be on the team with Yang, and Yang... Like, in the first few episodes, Yang's like, alright, RWBY, you should probably go make friends. But by episode 8, she's kind of like, whatever. No, we do get the scene of Ren and Nora. RWBY meets everyone. So here, like, Yang is established before the death shop. RWBY. RWBY meets Ren and Nora, because our main character, like our central character, is RWBY. And Jean is the central character of the B plot. Right. Character arcs. Oop. So, RWBY. Friendship is good, actually. Weiss. Be less of a bitch. Blake. Trusting people is okay. Yang. Hang in there. Maybe one day. Jean. Go. He's bad. Asking for help. Okay. Pyrrha. Pyrrha doesn't really have an arc. Like really, Ren and Nora, none. Like, Pyrrha, Ren, and Nora are basically fine. Jean is really the only member of Juniper that has an arc. Which is fine, right? Because otherwise we have, like, 8 characters jumbling character arcs instead of 5. I'm just going to abandon title case. So, So. So, like, here, RWBY's gonna meet, like, a lot of people. In almost very quick succession. Okay. So that's Act 1 mostly sorted. Right? We meet RWBY. She's kind of standoffish. Loves weapons. Turns out over weapons. Yep. So we learned Ruby's not very social, kind of awkward, loves weapons. And the weapons is just going to be a character trait that we keep throughout. Act 2. The Rising action. So... class stuff. So at this point, Ruby isn't a team leader. She's just working with Weiss. Right. And for friction between Ruby and Weiss. So because, okay, actually, now that our teams aren't together, we technically have like 4 plot lines. I mean, Blake and Yang are just kind of there hanging out with Ruby a lot. So I guess... Ruby tries to overcompensate. Weiss is... very dismissive, I think is the best word to put it. Yeah. Alright, and the B plot's gotta start. Sean meets Cardin. Bullying begins. Ooh, I got an idea. Alright, so we're gonna move the Ursa fight between Weiss and Ruby from the Emerald Forest to the Forever Forest. Should it also be the same forest? It might just have to be the same forest. Because otherwise there's like 2 random different forests that characters like just move between. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So the big threat to Ruby's goal, well, not really goal, but Ruby's character development of friendship is good, actually. Ruby and Weiss fight Ursa. Friction boils over. Weiss teaches Ruby in Forever Fall Forest. Cardin asks Jean to attack Pyrrha. Jean and Pyrrha rooftop scene. Cardin begins blackmail. Actually, that should be here a little bit later. So, like, John gets bullied, and then, like, Jean and Pierre talk. Jean admits he cheated, and then Cardin begins blackmailing him. Um... It's really a minor plot. It doesn't have to take up too much time. It can be mainly Act 2. Because we don't need... Because the climax is making the teams in the forest... Okay, so if Jean and Cardin have their confrontation in Act 3... Teams are established. Maximum teamwork. I misspelled officially somewhere. So I'm thinking the team making ceremony would be kind of like the award scene in Star Wars. Right. Oh shit. Okay, so what exactly did we cut? Remind me. We cut episode 10. Right, the one where with Professor Port where like Weiss fights the boar and decides to be super nice to Ruby because Port and Ozpin were like, hey, quit being terrible. Like, I feel like that should be something Weiss comes to herself instead of having an authoritative male figure in her life just kind of tell her to. Because that does not gel with what we see later with Jacques. Alright. So this is also where we need Blake and Weiss to have their fight. Friction. Ruby meets Penny. Do we need to meet Penny? Like, I know, blasphemy. Do we really need Penny and Sun? Like, realistically here. Because like, this whole bit, I don't know if it's strictly necessary. Like, it does set up Volume 2. Like, why should absolutely have problems with Blake. Maximum teamwork. Weiss recognizes Ruby as okay. As okay. And let's see here. twice, and Blake trust each other more. Forest Temple. All MCs meet. Ruby and Juniper together. All right. Let's see here. Jean defends Cardin in the Triple F. Blackmail stops. Jean admits he needs training. Kira helps. Oh, that's the end of the soundtrack. All right, volume 2, I guess. Right. So here, Jean, like, Pierre offers to help train Jean, and then after the Nevermore fight, really, it's the Nevermore Deathstalker fight. Jean is like, "Oh man, maybe I kind of suck. Maybe I do need training." And Pierre is like, "Yeah, I'll help you." Roman with Cinder, Emerald, and Mercury. Ozpin gets message about Salem. Chess analogy. So we're going to really lean into the chess pieces symbolism. Let's see here. For simple, establish symbolism of characters as chess pieces. So maybe somewhere up here, Ozpin mentions love of chess. Okay, so in Act 1, when RWBY meets Glenn and Ozpin, Oz, like, offhandedly mentions some relation to chess. Right. And then here in Act 3 with the Forest Temple, like, all the characters grab the chess pieces. It's like, maybe we're the chess pieces. Maybe they're the chess pieces. Uh-oh. Oh dear. A bunch of shit fell off my desk. And then in the setup for Volume 2, Ozpin gets the message about Salem. And it's like, oh, well, if Ozpin has pieces, then whoever's organizing the whole thing also has pieces. Or something. I don't know. So what if the Ursa fight is in Beacon and not the forest? Or it's just some Grim. And they, like, get in each other's way. Friction boils over. Everyone launched into Forever Fall Forest. So they're all launched in the forest. And, like, Weiss is like, alright, fuck this. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna, like, go do something on my own and try and work out... and work something else out so I don't have to be with this... I don't have to be with RWBY. Okay, so actually with this, Cardin doesn't have a reason to hate Pyrrha. He's just kind of a dick. Let's see here. Velvet bullied. Weiss and Blake upset. So, like, what if Velvet's being bullied and Weiss is just like, yeah, whatever. Like, she kind of doesn't care. And Blake's like, yo, really, what the fuck? You know, I was going to say is, like, maybe Pyrrha, like, stands up for Velvet. And that's why Cardin doesn't like her. But I also do kind of like the idea of, like, even the good guy characters have a tendency to ignore Faunus suffering. I don't know. Maybe she does. I haven't really worked in the Penny and Son. Because Roman is in Act 1, and then he's just kind of in the post-credit scene. He's not really seen anywhere else. But he's not seen anywhere else in the volume. Like, Roman generally doesn't matter. Like, runs off, meets Sun. See, okay, now I'm thinking location, because, like, Act 2 is mainly in the school, but Act 3 is in the forest. So, like, if Blake runs off halfway through the movie, she has to be back so that she can be in Act 3. Unless she kind of, like, just shows up out of nowhere for the save. That might be a thing. Blake reappears for the save. Weiss is racist. Blake runs off. Weiss confirms to her that humans can't be trusted. But see, if Blake doesn't meet Sun, she just kind of disappears for no reason. Or she just kind of, like, reappears for no reason. Because Blake would have learned the value of teamwork, like, off-screen. which seems a bit bullshit. Like, what does Sun and Penny do here? Sun's in the Roman fight. Sun and Penny are just in the Roman fight. Like, okay, for the first few volumes, I'm willing to give Miles and Carrie a bit of a break when it comes to some of the odd structure of RWBY. Because apparently Monty would just kind of show up with different scenes that had nothing to do with anything, with new characters, and Miles and Carrie were like, ah, fuck. What do we do? Like, if you're wondering why Team Coffee shows up to save the day in Volume 2, despite no one knowing who the fuck they were, this is why. Yeah, like, Monty just made them and just put them in. And I think Penny and Sun were the same way. So, like, realistically, we don't need Penny and Sun in part 1. Or in the first one. We can just, like, cut this. Let's see here. Orientation. Offhand mention of the White Fang. Like, I don't know, maybe it's an Oz's speech. Like, yeah, it might be an Ozpin speech. It might be in the news. Like, I don't know. Because then we can really expand on the White Fang and the second one. I don't know if I'm going to go through all 8 volumes for this. I might. This is kind of fun. Yeah, because, okay, so at this point, like, the team seems completely fucking dead. Right? Weiss is like, fuck you, I'm out of here. Blake already left. And Yang is just kind of not there, so Ruby's like ugh. Ruby feels maximum alone. Ugh. Oops. Like here's what I'm thinking is like, so like Bumblebee just kind of appeared in volume 6, where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I guess they're dating now. Seemingly just kind of because fans willed it into existence. So like maybe we should set it up a bit here. Like maybe Yang is like the only human who's like, nah, hold on. I was like, maybe she's like the nicest person to Blake. But like, RWBY doesn't really have any problems with her. But, like, they don't hang out a lot, so I don't know. Maybe she kind of mentions like, no, I didn't come back for you. I couldn't abandon my team. I feel like if she says I couldn't abandon my partner, that would make it like way too obvious. But that's the kind of, that'd be like so fucking blatant about like what this really is. That it's like shipping setup. Hmm. Let's see here. Reading. Yeah. So, like, maybe we just don't have Sun and Penny. Which is a shame. Because, like, we're not having the Roman fight, so there's really no reason for them to be here. Because our climax is the Nevermore fight. And Penny and Sun weren't there. John. So, like, here we get the setup for the fight itself, and then we get the fight. And they all... So, like, okay, let's really look through this, what we've got so far. Like, here is our plot overview. So, Act 1. RWBY is at home, I guess? Maybe she's at Signal? I don't know. Point is, establish that she's not super social. If Ty's there, like if she's at home, have Ty bring it up as well. Because I guess, because like this would be before the school year starts, so this would be like summer break, I guess. Yang can also mention it. Like, they're like, RWBY, you really need to like go get out more. You probably need to make some friends. And RWBY's like, I kind of want to. And so RWBY goes to the dust shop because like this is where they, this is like the only place in town where she can get this specific magazine she likes for, because you know it's all about the weapons. And so Roman robs the dust shop, thwarted by RWBY. Oops. Wrong way. And then RWBY meets Glinda Ozpin, and she gets into Beacon. Let's see here. Airship ride. Reveals Beacon. Like I'm thinking the boat scene from Harry Potter where they like reveal Hogwarts. It's like, ooh, it's awesome. This could be very similar. Outside. This could just be like a general thing, I guess. A general character note, so it's not really like plot important. Inside. Like, it doesn't really matter, but like, I don't know, I think it'd be weird if like one after another RWBY just happens to meet the entire main cast. Let's see here. John hits on Weiss. I don't know. Maybe like when they're outside, like Sean runs into Weiss and he like tries to hit on her, and Weiss is like, "Oh my god, everyone here sucks," and leaves. RWBY meets Ren and Nora. Like RWBY doesn't really interact with Ren or Nora very much. And so then we have the orientation. There's some offhand mention of the White Fang. And pairs are created via raffle. Raffle? Raffle. Raffle. Ooh, how did that fuck everything up? Maybe I should shrink these two. Okay. And we have our pairs, Ruby and Weiss, Blake and Yang, Ren and Nora, and Jean and Pyrrha. Ruby and Weiss immediately don't like each other. And Yang have like, Blake and Yang are kind of mutually uncomfortable because they're, like, very different from each other. So, like, Ren and Nora are fine. Their thing about, like, trying to be individuals, that's later. And Jean is just kind of posturing. You know, he's trying to act all manly, but he has, like, no fucking idea what he's doing. Act 2. So then they're in class, and, like, their classes are assigned based on pairs. Like, the pairs have to be in the same class. Like, Ruby and Weiss immediately don't like each other very much. You know, Ruby's trying to overcompensate, and she's like, you know, she's trying to prove that she does, in fact, belong here. And Weiss is like, no, you're kind of an idiot. And it's dismissive and standoffish. Jean meets Cardin, and Cardin's like, hello. And just starts picking on him. Velvet's bullied. Weiss is like, yeah, whatever. Weiss is dismissive, and Blake's like, dude, what the fuck? Pierre stands up for Velvet. And then there's a training scene where Ruby and Weiss fight a Grimm, but they get in each other's way. Weiss is fucking pissed. Maybe like the dust robberies or just something we hear about and the characters react to. I think that could work. And then Jean and Pyrrha have their rooftop scene, and Cardin's like, oh, well, now I'm just gonna fucking blackmail the kid. And then everyone's launched into Fervor Forest to make teams. Turn pairs into teams. Weiss immediately just ditches Ruby. And Ruby is like, oh, well, you know, maybe this whole friendship thing isn't gonna fucking work out. Cardin asks Jean to attack Pyrrha. Sabotage Pyrrha. As revenge. So then we have like a pre-climax, like a setup. Like this is basically the scene as it happens. And yeah, that'd be fine. Jean defends Cardin. With Pyrrha's secret help. And then the blackmail stops. Cardin's like, alright, fine, I'll leave you alone. Then we get to the Forest Temple. Ruby and Juniper are all together. Great. The gang's all here. Now we can all die together. Because that line is just great. It's one of my favorite lines in the season. Okay, so what if Cardin's being attacked by a Deathstalker? With some kind of grim bait, right? Like the jelly, right? And it works too well, and it attracts a Deathstalker. Like, I don't think we really need a Jean as an idiot scene here. You know, I'm thinking, like, Jean shows he's brave. Maybe that's why Kira likes him. Because, like, I'm going to be honest here, it seems a bit like wish fulfillment, especially when you know that Jean is written by one of the writers, or is voiced by one of the writers. It's just like, from what I've been told, it gets more and more blatant later on. So, like, I don't know, maybe this is why Pyrrha actually likes him, because, like, even if he's not competent, he's brave. Okay. So, I'm thinking about Jean's, like, because Jean mentions quite a few times his family. I think Jean mentions his family more than literally anyone else in the season. Like, Jean definitely wants to live up to his family legacy of being a hero. Oops. A hero is about not being strong. So, like, this is going to be... So, like, let's hear earlier with Jean. Jean... what's the word I'm looking for here? Thinks being strong is manly is being a hero. So, yeah, Jean gets a little lesson what heroism actually is. It's like, oh, you know, maybe that it's like more about being brave than like just being than like kicking ass and being a warrior. Cardin is evil Jean. Here's a little symbolism. I don't know about symbolism, but here's an idea for you. Also, mistakes strength with heroism. So, like, here's my thinking. Right, Cardin is basically like an evil Jean. You know, they both think that being manly and being tough and being strong is what makes you a hero. And then, you know, and then Jean, he doesn't defeat Cardin, he defends Cardin. Right? Because it's the right thing to do. You know, he learns, like, what makes a good hero is about being brave and defending people and not showing that you are the strongest. Like, I think that's a good idea. Which is why I'm saying it and writing it down. So, Jean defends Cardin against the Deathstalker. Maybe he gets some of the bait on him. Maybe he just, like, lures it off. And he's chased by the Deathstalker. And Ruby's being chased by Nevermore. And then they're all in the Force Temple, and everyone is together, except Cardin, because he's just like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out here. And then we get, great, the gang's all here. Now we can all die together. And then... And then Blake reappears for the save. Like, I don't know, maybe like with some very precise wording, you could strongly imply why Blake is doing something to explore later. And then we get the Nevermore Deathstalker fight. Everyone works together, and it's awesome. And we get the big ol' fancy fight. Blake. Sean admits he needs training. And RWBY usually respect each other. So, like, maybe Weiss and RWBY have, like, a strategy talk. Weiss goes along with crazy plan. RWBY plans more. So, like, they kind of learn from each other, which I think would be... So, like, RWBY's like, hey, let's just do something crazy. And Weiss is like, that's kind of dumb, but you've clearly thought about this. At least a bit. So, like, they both kind of learn from each other. And I think that would be great. Weiss apologizes to Blake. So, yeah, this is where Weiss is like, alright, look, maybe all the Faunus aren't evil. Oh, shit. We never had a scene where Blake reveals she's a Faunus. Revealed as a Faunus. I can type. Okay. So, like, earlier, like, they hear about some dust robbery, and Weiss is like, oh, I can't believe it. It's the fucking White Fang. You know, all these Faunus, you know, they're like animals or something. And Blake is like, what the fuck? He's like, look, we're not all bad. And then she runs off, and they're like, oh, shit. Yeah, because to Blake, Weiss just confirms, like, yeah, I can't really work with these people. Like, I really want to, but I just fucking can't. Yeah. Okay, so maybe the Suns thing just kind of did happen off screen. So Weiss is like, all right, look, maybe the Faunus aren't all bad, and Blake's like, thank you, but the White Fang are actually kind of evil, and we should probably do something about that. I don't know. Well, that's Volume 2 soundtrack. Fucking hell. Okay, so maybe in this, yeah. Then we get the big old ceremony to mark the teams, and everyone's like, yay! Friendship! Weiss apologizes to Blake, and Blake's like, alright, I appreciate it. But yeah, the White Fang are a problem. White Fang have gone further than Blake was aware. Then we get an after credit scene where Roman talks to Cinder, Emerald, and Mercury. Roman reveals that he was working with the White Fang and that they are, in fact, the ones behind... Just kind of like confirms that they were the ones behind the robbery. And Oz gets his message about Salem. And I think that's it. Classes with Port and Ooblet. Because, like, we can establish that these teachers exist, and they don't have to do a lot. Because, like, they're teachers, you know? Again, it's like Harry Potter. Nobody expects Snape to, like, save the day or anything. It's like he's just kind of an asshole teacher that Harry has. And I think that's it. That feels like a decent script outline. Like a decent plot outline. Like, we've established character arcs for multiple characters. Like, RWBY goes from, I don't know, I really don't want to, like, work with anyone. You know, why do I need friends? I just have really cool weapons. And then at the end, Ruby's like, yes, teamwork, we're awesome. Weiss is like, oh man, you know, these fucking Faunus, they're terrible. And at the end, she's like, all right, look, I'm so sorry. Jean starts like, I'm going to be Mr. Macho Man. And then at the end is like, Pyrrha, can you please help me? I suck. So that feels solid, actually. I'm gonna have to do this again. This was actually really fun. Next time may not be RWBY. I don't know. I'll see you guys later.